Sean, good to see you. Probably weren't expecting to be in this time of year, but how's it been for you the last few weeks?
I think overall I've been pretty positive about it all. I'm one of these people who I don't think there's no point dwelling on what's happened. I think you have to, try and look ahead and, take it as well as you can and, improve as quickly as you can, which is what I'm doing really.
What are your memories of the day? Obviously not great memories of when it happened, but can you remember much of it?
Yeah, I remember it all pretty clearly. Obviously just went in for our tackle and obviously we touched on before the game that things weren't going to be over until the result of that game, and all depending obviously on other results. But the kind of player I am, I'm all-hearted, and obviously the tackle was there to be won, and I've gone in hard, he's gone in hard, and unfortunately I come off worse. But I hold no blame to George Evans. He messaged me more or less straight after that game, and that message went a long way, and I hope him and Reading can obviously go up through a playoff final.
Commendable how well you've taken it, and the messages of support you've had. I know you're a well-liked individual, but it must be pretty overwhelming how much support you've had from everywhere, really.
Yeah. If I'm being perfectly honest, the messages, especially the first 48 hours, it probably took my mind off the actual pain and the actual break. So, I can't thank everyone enough, and obviously, not just personal messages to my phone, but over social media. I think everyone I've met and know, and even people I've worked with and not seen for years have been in touch, and I can't thank them enough, and their positivity and encouragement has pushed me on to be confident enough to be where I am now, and I'll keep pushing and keep working hard to get back as soon as possible.
And I know we've spoke a little bit this season about you getting married this summer. You've had to put your focus to that, I guess, whilst you've been at home, and you've got a strong family around you and stuff, haven't you, which is good.
When I broke my leg, my main worry was the wedding. You speak to anyone, you speak to Russ, Baz, who was obviously here, and all the medical staff, and my main concern was, as soon as I broke my leg and I knew I did it, was, is it realistic I can be walking by the wedding? And then were my first words, and that's my aim now. We're supposed to be going on my stag today, but some of the lads are still going, which is a good thing. Some of them are not. So look, I think the most difficult thing for me was, changing the plans I'd already had, and I'd looked forward to them for so long. Especially with the position we've been in. Mentally, physically, it's been a tough season for me. I've played 42 games, I think it is, this year, which is physically good. But my first 42 games in a long time. And then obviously mentally, the position we found ourselves in, and pressure games really from January onwards, I think, to try and get out of the position we were in. So I was looking forward to the summer and trying to switch off and enjoy it with friends, family, and stuff like that. But I have to be realistic. It's happened. I have a great wife to be who supported me and has been brilliant, and obviously my parents and family and friends. Can't speak highly enough of them.
Where are we at recovery wise? And so you want to be walking for the wedding?
Like I say, I've cancelled everything up until the wedding. My main concern is recovering as best as I can and giving myself the best possible chance to be walking down that aisle with the wife. So I'm quite positive and realistic that that'll happen. Obviously it's not 100%, so as long as I do everything I can up until that day, then what's meant to be is meant to be, I suppose.
What's the process? What have you sort of got to do at the moment physically? What are the pressures that you've got to do?
Quite basic, to be honest. Obviously the last 2.5 weeks since it's happened, I've been doing a lot of icing. Lucky enough to be out of a cast, so can do some strengthening stuff. But it's just basic stretches and tenses of certain muscles which are not working. So hopefully I can continue to do them and keep improving quickly.
Here at this club we know there's no real huge expectations with these sorts of injuries. With Ben Watson, we obviously know well about it, but in terms of a time scale, do you have aims yourself? Are you setting to try and get back?
Well, I asked that question to the surgeon who done the operation, and asked how long. Obviously asked Ross here, and they say it's usually 6 to 9 months. For me, I'm not thinking about the 9 months, I'm thinking about the 6 months, and you know, that'll be my aim. So I'll do everything I can to be back, you know, as quickly as possible. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I haven't really thought that far ahead. My main concern at the moment is just trying to walk again.
And not great for the club, but we also have Don about and Andy Kellett as well at the moment, doing some recovery work. How good is it to have a few players and lads about?
Just 1 year now. Just 1 year, look. Griggy then.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, I think, you know, it's always unfortunate to be in over his summer because you work hard all year to, you know, have that time off. But you know, the boys who are in, you know, have taken everything well, and you know, the professional enough to be in and working hard. You know, I'm no different. I want to get back as soon as possible. You know, it's a few long-term injuries. And I'm sure a few of them will be back before me, but I think I'm mentally strong enough to deal with everything.